Good morning, students. Today I will take new chapter, that is general principles and process of isolation of elements. So all materials found in earth are composed of different elements, and these elements are distributed in all the three main parts of the earth, that is atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. So, in this chapter, we are dealing with the properties of different metals and the isolation processes of different elements. And we know that the properties of metals are different, and metals are generally hard solids having some important properties like malleability and ductility, high thermal and electrical conductivities, and on the other hand non-metals do not possess these characteristics. So the entire scientific and technological processes used for the isolation of metals from its ore is called metallurgy. So here we discuss some properties related with this. Metals have lot of importance in our day to day life, and the uses of metals are: the buildings around us are made up of steel, iron wires that carry current are made up of metals. The bridges, tall towers, all are made up of metals. The vessels, which are made up of stainless steel, the body of ships are made up of metals. The batteries, vehicles, engines are made up of metals. So pure metal can be extracted from ore by some chemical reactions or different steps. So first we understand the common terms used in the metallurgical processes. So the first is mineral and ores. So mineral, here we use the term mineral word, and it is derived from the word mine. And there are many mines for the extractions of different elements. So the naturally occurring chemical substances in the form of which the metal occur in earth crust are called minerals. And every mineral is not suitable for the extraction of metals. So we keep it mind this thing. Every mineral is not suitable for the extraction of metals. And then we use the term ores. So the mineral from which the metal is economically and conveniently extracted is called an ore. And even we have heard this, all the ores are minerals, or the ores are minerals, but all the minerals are not ores. So the impurities associated with the ores are called gangue, particles or matrix. So these are the impurities. So there are different ways to extract this. Here this is the case for zinc. Different types of minerals we are using for the extraction. And the extraction and isolation of metals from ores involve the following major steps. So there are four major steps for this. The starting is not so important, but we use that method, that is crushing and grinding of the ore, because the ores occur in nature as huge lumps, and first they are broken into small pieces with the help of crushers or grinders, and these pieces then reduced to fine powder with the help of different mill, and this process is also called pulverization. So crushing and grinding of the ore is the first step. Then second step is concentration of the ore, and then third is isolation of the metal from its concentrated ore, and then last it is purification and refining of the metal. So the entire scientific and technological process used for isolation of the metal from its ore is known as metallurgy. So the next topic is the occurrence of metals in different forms. So in earth crust, the element exists in different ways, and out of these elements, 70%, even 70% are metals. And in case of metals, aluminium is the most abundant metal of earth crust, and iron comes in second. But if we talk about the distribution of element in earth crust, then oxygen is the most abundant element, but it is a non-metal. Second is silicon, and silicon is also metalloid. So in case of metals, aluminum is the most abundant element. So the percentage of different element in earth crust is already given in this. It is oxygen, then silicon, aluminium, iron, calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium. So metals occur in two forms in nature, that is native state or free state, and second is combined state, and depending upon their chemical reactivities. So in native state, elements which have low chemical reactivity or noble metals having least electropositive character are not attacked by oxygen, moisture, and CO2 of the air. So these elements therefore occur in the free state or in the native state. For example, in case of gold, silver, platinum, then sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen, noble gases. And in combined state, highly reactive elements such as fluorine, chlorine, sodium, potassium occur in nature combined form as their compounds such as oxides, carbonates, sulfides, halides. So hydrogen is the only non-metal which exists in oxidized form only. So this is about the occurrence of elements in native state and combined state. And this distribution of element in earth crust shows different percentage of elements in this way. So oxygen, then silicon, aluminium, iron, then calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and other. So this is about the occurrence of metal. Occurs in different forms, and some of the metals and their important ores are as follows. First, in case of aluminium, bauxite ore, kaolinite, and the formula is here. In case of iron, the important ores are hematite, magnetite, siderite, iron pyrite. Formula for hematite is Fe2O3. So these are the formula for iron ore. For copper, it is copper pyrite, malankite, cuprite, copper glance. These four important ores. And then in case of zinc, zinc blende, very commonly used sulfide ore of zinc, ZNS, carbonate, calamine, and zincite. So these are some important ores of different metals.